Deadly Towers was released on the NES in North America in September of 1987. The game was published by Broderbund in North America and was originally released from IRIM in Japan. The game is an action role-playing game that is somewhat similar to a standard top-down Zelda title in a way. The game's plot is delivered by a short story sequence at the start of the game, with the spirit telling you, as Prince Meyer, needing to burn down 7 bell towers within a devil's castle in order to maintain peace within the kingdom. Much of this plot will never be realized during gameplay, however, since most people won't be able to make it very far in the game. For me, trying to make this video or even talk about this game has been like pulling off a band-aid, where you're going to experience pain, but you need to get it over with. Without a doubt, this is one of the worst games I've ever played. The gameplay of Deadly Towers takes a somewhat three-quarter angle, top-down perspective. You attack by throwing swords that move slowly across the screen. However, they do disappear when they make contact with an enemy, which allows you to attack as fast as you'd like if you don't miss. The game's levels, if you want to call them that, are confusing with no map or real direction as to where to go or what to do. The areas in this game are confusing and mostly look the same in the normal castle, with some more intricate levels in the dungeons, which you're unlikely to see unless you're willing to devote a lot of time to this game. Many of the enemies take tons of hits to take down, making it difficult, and the game also has some pretty serious knockback, which will often put you in positions that'll cause nearly an instant death. This knockback can knock you between screens that can have you spawning on top of monsters. Death causes you to lose all your money and any item that you have that isn't equipped. In order to beat the game, it tends to be extremely grind-heavy, as you need money called Lutter in order to buy items that'll get you through. There are weapon and item upgrades that make this game possible to beat. Many of those items are found in hidden areas called parallel zones, which are invisible entrances to other parts of the castle. Minigames that are considered bad can at least have some fun found in them from how bad they are, but this one lacks even that. It's not just bad, but it's bad and it's slow and it's boring. Graphically, it looks okay for 1987, but each area is fairly monocolored and generally very samey in most places. The character you play as does have animations for 8 different angles of movement, which does give you a good idea of where your sword's going to go. Many of the enemies are just bouncing balls or worms and don't really have any detail to them, and many of the common enemies just kind of look like trash. Musically, it's probably the strongest part of the game, however, a lot of the tracks are fairly repetitive. Deadly Towers is a mess. It's among the worst games I've ever played. It's taken multiple times capturing it and 6 years of this YouTube channel being dead for me to be able to finally do a video on it. I hate this game, and I'm glad I finally never have to play it ever again.